Hello everybody and welcome to the 2019 Ontario Disc Golf Provincial Championships. I am one of your hosts here, Julian Murphy, and the other host,
Justin Murphy. We're back.
And we are here with True North Disc Golf Productions, who has brought us this fantastic coverage of round 2, the front 9 of our tournament. And we have a loaded card here. Justin, who do we have?
We got Cam Zanini, fresh off that 8-down first round, which we saw. It was awesome to watch. It was great, so we're glad to see him again. Clayton Morgan, shooting a 7-down, another solid round. Derek Jones with a 4-down, also good. And Churly-McCormick is going to round up our group of 4 here at -3. Now, what do you expect to see out of this second round, Julian?
I feel like we're going to see a lot of really solid drives and putts. I know the weather cleared up a little bit in the afternoon compared to what it was like in the morning. Otherwise, I think we're going to see some pretty great disc golf here.
I agree, and the scoring conditions are probably a little better. So I'm excited to watch this. This is our lead card too, so now we've got the 4 top guys after round 1 reseeding, and they're all looking to smash this course now that they've played their first round, got it out of the way, and the nerves will be off them now, and they're ready to go. So it's going to be awesome. And
round 2 again is going to be at the Foxwood Golf Country Club. So let's start off here on hole 1.
Yeah, most difficult hole in the course again. Round 2, you got to miss that tree on the right if you're throwing a right-hand backhand. The left side there with those trees all plays OB. If you turn something over super, like a backhand, right-hand backhand, turn it over to the right too much, it's going to go out of bounds off the drive, but doesn't really come into play. And all this schnarb we've talked about comes into play with the basket sloping down towards the schnarb there for about 20 feet away. So the play here is something straight and long off the middle, Julian.
Yeah, straight and long off on the middle. Let's see what Cam Zanini does. He's playing a little bit higher than round 1.
Yeah, it's wider. Wide, high shot. He doesn't like it, I don't think, by his reaction.
Oh, and there it is coming down on the left, and hopefully that stayed in bounds. There is OB on the left there.
Yeah, it hopefully didn't skip for him. Let's get Clayton Morgan here.
Yeah, Clayton Morgan's been playing for a lot of years here, and he is just, he's well practiced. He's got a huge drive, and that lands inbounds in an ideal spot. So he's going to have a hyzer up to the basket here.
Yeah, and Cam's you saw spiked safely there, so that's good. This is lefty Derek Jones, Julian.
Yeah, it's good to be seeing the lefty line on this video.
Good flip to flat.
And he's getting around that big tree, and he lands safe. Great spot right there.
Yep, anything past that tree is wide open there, and you have an open shot long, but open to the green.
All right, and here's Chris.
That's got to get down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that is. There's no way that stays safe.
Yeah, that's unfortunately heading OB into the trees there. Hopefully he gets that disc back, and that's going to be a tough second shot too. There's a few trees in the way and a few low-hanging branches coming out of that OB.
Yeah, he's going to have to sling something out wide here. Hopefully flip it to flat and skip in toward that treacherous green.
And that's a pretty good rip. That's got to sit down.
Sit too.
Oh no, OB twice on the first hole. That's definitely not how you want to start your round.
No, especially lead card. I know the cameras are here again, which is amazing, but also probably pretty unnerving.
It certainly adds a lot of pressure to the players. And not to Cam, who was playing in that first round and shot that 8-down. And he swings that out wide. And that's the way to play it, with the wind blowing it right to left. And look at that.
Yeah, great spot. Death putt, but you can either lay up and take your easy par there or give it a run. Cam had that hot putter in the first round, so we'll see what he does, Julian.
All right, Derek Jones with the lefty line. And he's likely going to be trying to play between those 2 trees.
I have the same sweater as Derek. So nice.
Well, you should be on this coverage then as well, I think, eh?
Yeah, if I was a pro and shot like these guys, then yeah, absolutely. I'm not, and I don't.
Well, you've already got the sweater, so that's one step.
Perfect. But I throw with the wrong hand, according to Derek, so.
And we're finally at Clayton Morgan's drive.
Yeah, he crushed that. Good flex line.
And gets out and around, and he's going to be hoping to skip through, and that needs to sit down. Just probably rolled out of bounds.
Probably an easy par putt, but still, that was a good effort from there.
Back to Chris. He's jump putting it with a layup. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah,
smart with 2 OB strokes there. Just take what the course gave you and move on to the next one.
All right, here we go back to Derek. Putting with his wrong hand. Sorry, my wrong hand.
Maybe his too. Smart play there.
Yep. Great layup.
Yeah, there's no need, Julian, with the hole playing that hard, there's no need to run that whatsoever. Just kind of take your par and move on, like I said.
Yeah, it looks like Cam is laying up as well.
Cam basically listened to me there, and I'm his caddy pretty much.
Well, he followed your advice.
Smart play. That's because I play smart disc golf. Julian, nice putt.
Clayton Morgan, that could have been a birdie without that OB. That's the way to play this hole.
Yeah, because you're going to make the par putt comebacker, and why not go for it and give yourself a birdie look?
Yeah, the only birdie on this hole through the tournament, through both rounds, was still from Jamie Pay on the MPO coverage.
Wow. I'm trying to think if I saw anybody on my card. I don't think I did on both rounds in the advanced division.
No, and that must have been a fantastic play, but
I eagled it. I just didn't see a birdie.
No birdies this round on hole 1 at all.
Just kidding.
Here we go. Clayton Morgan. He's from St. Thomas, Ontario. He's the president of the St. Thomas Disc Sports Club. He's been a pro since 2002. He is currently rated 999. Oh, wow. He needs that one extra point just to hit the quadruple digits.
Well,
there.
that 7 down in the first round will help that, because I'm pretty sure that was well over 1,000 rated.
Everybody here with par. Chris with the double bogey with those 2 OB strokes.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the double, but that's a par without those 2 OB strokes. It just kind of sneaks up on you. If you don't get that tee shot down straight, then you can get in trouble. All right, so this hole 2 here. Sorry, Julian. Par 3, 250 feet. This is the drone's flying the backhand line. You'd throw an overstable putter or a mid maybe. And then there's another forehand line that skips over the ball golf green, which is OB, that kind of works out too with an overstable mid or maybe a fairway like a Firebird or something.
Yeah, and the basket is situated on this hill, so you do want to end up pretty close here. Otherwise, you're going to have a bit of a hard second or third putt if you miss that second putt.
Yeah, it's a death putt. I also didn't mention it's a left-hand backhand for Derek's sake.
For sure.
The forehand line I was speaking about that Cam is doing.
And just a nice soft forehand, and look at that, how smooth that is again. I know we talked about it the last round quite a bit. Just comes out of his hand nice and flat. Rolls a little bit closer to the basket, so he's got about a 28-footer uphill for that putt.
Yeah.
Clayton Morgan taking the backhand route, and he's taking the one a little bit closer to the trees. Just a fantastic landing spot right there for Clayton Morgan.
That's ideal. You're putting away from the green. You're almost at the same height as the basket as well, so it's perfect. Derek just resets himself here.
We're going to see him skip off the green likely, or...
It's a putter. Oh, well done.
Yeah, well
Great
played.
Shot. Yeah.
And over to Chris. Team Deadman Discs.
I think I saw another player I played with. Jeremiah Sears also plays for Team Deadman Discs.
Oh, no, he clips that tree and he ends up on the green.
No, that's 3 given away strokes, Julian, in 2 holes.
Yeah, so he's going to have to play that from the back side of the green. He'll have a long putt or just an upshot to get it close.
If it's me, I'm laying up for par. Or for bogey, I apologize. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the play for sure. There's no need to run that, especially with the long grass behind the basket.
Yeah. Oh, also, in the first round, we talked about Cam being a Prodigy-sponsored player, assuming by his hat. Nice catch there by that basket.
Judging by that Luna going in, I would say that he just uses some Prodigy discs.
That's correct.
And has the Prodigy hat.
I was inaccurate. He uses what he wants, and it works for him.
Derek Jones lining up his putt.
No doubt.
Well done. Nice smooth putt, right in. He'll make those all day long.
Yeah, that's a good start for him. Well, he kind of didn't like that putt. I think he knew. Maybe the right side caught it. It was hard to tell from our angle. And Clayton's just parked here, Julian.
Yeah, he's about 10 feet away for his birdie. Good.
Someone playing since 2002, which is basically when I was born, will not miss those putts, I don't think. That's just, he can do that in his sleep. And it looks like he may have done that there, Julian.
Yeah, it looks like he definitely did. So we've got 3 of our players here starting off the round well with a par and a birdie. Chris taking 3 OB strokes, so he's having a rougher time here. He's +3. And let's talk about Derek Jones a bit.
Yeah, 30 years old from Midland, Ontario. 2 years as a pro, so fairly new to the pro division. It's a good. We see a rip there in a slow motion replay, and he is rated 978, which has climbed drastically, Julian, in the last couple of years. So he made in my opinion, the confident and smart jump to MPO because he should be there.
Yeah, absolutely. And he placed second place at last year's Provincials in this tournament. So
in the advanced division?
No, in pro division, right behind Thomas Gilbert.
Who?
Thomas Gilbert. You might have heard of him. He's from
no idea.
Somewhere in Ontario. He throws okay.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
All right, and big thank you to Innova Disc Golf for supporting our video. They have the Innova Shark 30th Anniversary Edition out now. Fantastic disc. If you don't have one, you should pick one up for sure.
New release. I like the stamp too. Here we are, Julian, hole 3. Big forehand or lefty backhand. I'm going to have to say that all day with Derek being on the card. We'll get you down there somewhere safe. Just kind of hang it out wide away from the schnarb, which is OB, of course, as usual. Or a really gutsy backhand play around this pine here is the only thing you got to beat. And then land in that small zone, Julian, and make your putt.
Yeah, and we saw both the forehand and backhand play in round 1. Dave Coe with the backhand and Cam Zanini with the forehand.
Yeah.
Let's see what Cam does here.
I mean, why not just go back to the well? It's a little high.
Oh, I think that's going to be good. That's going to skip nice and close.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Oh, it's a little long, but he's outside circle 1 likely. But he will definitely still have a putt.
And he's going to get his par no matter what, worst case in my opinion from there. This is the backhand. Let's see what Clayton can do. Way out wide. It's got to be understable. Maybe it's a mid.
Oh, wow. Look at this thing turn.
Yeah.
Fades out a little early. He's still got a little bit of a look at it, probably from about 50 to 60 feet.
Yep, and this is a hole built for young Derek Jones here, Julian. Nice lefty backhand. Probably flip to flat and have it finish at the basket.
Yeah, ideal lefty hole for sure.
That's ideal.
Smooth.
Yep, here we go.
That's going to skip nice and close, I bet. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Over the path, and he's parked. Fantastic.
A clap from the gallery. That's me. Julian didn't clap. He didn't like it. Chris here?
He's going the risky play out around the trees.
That is.
And the risk with that is that if it doesn't get through, you have to take your OB lie from well behind all of that long stuff there.
Entered the schnarb, Julian. I keep saying that. I feel I should clarify. In our player book, it was all referred to as schnarb, and I thought it was a hilarious word, so I've continued using it.
It's almost branches backward, too, if you think about it.
It is. Most of the letters are there, I agree. Branard.
Clayton Morgan lining up his long putt. He gets it nice and close.
I think that was a safe bid. Not a bad idea. Just kind of get something floaty. Maybe it lands in, maybe it doesn't, but doesn't go too far for the par.
All right, Cam Zanini hoping for a repeat of round 1.
He had that putter dialed in, Julian.
Step putt.
That's in.
Oh! Look at that.
That's how you do it.
Unreal.
And that's how you get on lead card at MPO. And let's see this replay. Nose up, hyzer.
Just catches the backside of the basket. You can see it there in the picture-in-picture. Fantastic.
Lisa loved it back there. Lisa, the camera girl, did a great job, and she loved that putt, Julian.
Here we go. Chris trying the same putt, and he puts it over the basket.
And that's not an easy putt to come back either. That's got to be 25, 28 feet maybe. Oh, and he's next too.
It always hurts being away after your putt for sure. Oh, no.
Oh, and a roll. Okay. I think he's putting for a triple coming up here. Yeah, Clayton, being the pro he is, steps up and said, Chris, let me finish my hole off here, and then you can
take a minute.
Take a break. There we go. Good putt.
Yeah, nice putt for par. You can tell Chris is upset with that one.
It's tough because hole 1 is probably getting into his head still a little bit. A couple of mistakes. Plus, actually, the green on the hole previous. He's just having a tough start here. And
being on camera as well, you can really tell that he put that one with some force, so he ends up with a triple bogey on this one.
That's tough, especially when the other guys are, 1 and 2 down respectively. Speaking of Chris, he's from St. Thomas as well, and the vice president of the St. Thomas Disc Golf Sports Club, Julian, and second year as a pro, rated 964. All right, Cam Zanini there with that beautiful 52-footer. I could tell because I have cool eyes that can do that. Clayton Morgan with a par, not uncommon, and Derek with a nice lefty backhand flat to flip. Got his birdie as well, with a much easier putt than Cam, and then the unfortunate triple from Mr. Churly-McCormick.
Yeah, interesting stat about that hole is that we actually had every single birdie on camera. So Cam Zanini got the one birdie in round 1, and then he got the birdie this round, and Derek got the other birdie.
No kidding, that is interesting stat, Julian.
All right, hole 4. This one is playing as the second easiest hole on the day. So this one is averaging minus 0.6 under par, a 2.4 score. So this is just an easy backhand hyzer for the players. I say backhand for the right-handed players, but we're going to have to see Derek do something a little bit different.
He'll probably throw a forehand. Hopefully we get to see that.
Yeah, let's see Cam. It looks like he's got a putter out here.
A putter is going to be the play. Throw it on a bit of hyzer and have it finished. You don't want to let a ground play towards that. That's a great shot again. That's the second time we've seen Cam do that.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch his forehead picking up that disc.
Yeah, knock his Prodigy hat off, and then he's not sponsored anymore.
All right,
Derek going backhand.
He does.
This is touchy.
Something understable, and that's fading out. Definitely safe.
Oh boy.
Kicks far away, and that path is not OB in this hole.
Right, that's good. I would venture to say maybe he doesn't have a forehand because this would be a really simple forehand for him, or just maybe he feels more confident with that putter throw.
Yeah, Clayton Morgan getting it nice and close.
Yeah, it's scary with that schnarb right there. branch backwards right there.
Yeah, you put it a little bit high, and you can end up in the pond, and sometimes you lose your favorite throwing putter, so you definitely don't want to do that.
Yep, I got a zone and a rhino in there, actually. Speaking of that, thanks for bringing it up.
Chris getting it just to the left side of that green. He's got a bit of distance on his putt, as you can see here.
48 feet. Once again, using my tradesman eye to see that.
Puts it up nice and high.
Oh! That's how you turn around strokes. You build on that.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta play that basket. Let's watch this one here in slow motion.
These cameramen are just professionals here, and camera people.
Oh, wow. You can just see it dance on the basket there. Absolutely fantastic.
Do you feel privileged? Yeah, you run that in, Chris. That's right. Do you feel privileged watching 2 of those now in successive rounds with cams in the last one?
Yeah, I think we're being treated to some pretty special coverage here. That was fantastic.
You can see why these baskets are called disc catchers, fellas and ladies.
Derek Jones just laying it up for the easy par.
He probably had that elevation to deal with, so.
Clayton Morgan.
Dead center.
No trouble at all with that birdie.
Yeah, he seems kind of indifferent, like, yeah, I know. Another birdie.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 20 years.
Hey, guys, when you're as good as me, you can make it look that easy, too.
Yeah, so Clayton Morgan, his PDGA number is 15660, which is...
OG.
That's well back there. I think that's right around Barsby's, Greg Barsby's, if I recall. His is around that, I think.
I don't know who that is, but... was he the guy that was world champion last year?
He was world champion at some point. I don't really remember. I watched him play once or twice. But
he has short hair, right? That guy?
No, you're thinking of Dave Grohl.
Yeah, right. Good call. 3 birdies there. Chris, Churly-McCormick, Clayton Morgan, and Cam.
Hey everybody, as huge fans of disc golf, it's been our pleasure to travel to local events and bring you the very best footage that we can. Our hope is to showcase the local talent here in Canada and all of its beautiful courses.
Also, come check out our other project with me, Vaping with Lisa, at the link above. We hope you enjoy.
And we're back. Thank you, sponsors, True North Vapor, for making this possible. Hole 5, par 4. That path and beyond to the left is all OB, so a lefty backhand or a forehand's going to get you there, or a super touchy turnover. And then all this long grass, not schnarb, and this creek here plays as OB as well. So this is probably one of the tougher holes, Julian.
Yeah, it's the 4th hardest hole this round. And there is a good landing zone to be at, but even if you land in the ideal landing zone, you still have about 8 trees in your way to get past.
It's the upshot that matters on this hole. I mean, this obviously is crucial too, as Cam's going to probably... Yep. That's all you need. Stay safe, and then from there you pick your poison.
No wobble at all. I know I've mentioned that once or twice, and he's actually trying to kill our cameraman there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, why not stand in the optimal landing zone for sure?
Yeah,
Sarcasm.
If you're nervous about getting hit...
definitely stand in the spot where all the discs are tending to land now.
And that's a tough backhand play. Look how touchy this is.
Julian, this is going 10,000 feet, though. There's no problem you can throw. Oh, my word.
Wow.
I'm not sure I've ever seen one get that far.
I don't think I've seen a drive land that far.
Oh, there's no way. I've seen rollers get down there, but not an air shot like that. That is a beautiful shot, Clayton.
That was pumped.
I can't do that. I just can't.
Well done. All right.
Turn.
See if Chris trying to do the same play, and he
Julian,
gets around that tree.
Julian, he's feeling it from that putt.
And that's fading out. Good dodge by
perfect shot.
Cameraman there, and that's the ideal landing zone for most people.
Mm-hmm.
If you can throw 200 feet past that, it's no big deal. Just put it there.
Hashtag Clayton Morgan.
Derek Jones. This is an ideal lefty hole.
I love his throw. He absolutely buys into throwing hard.
That is crushed.
Oh my gosh, that is way down there.
Wow.
This guy has an arm on him and a beard.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing Derek Jones play.
Who?
And so far, just fantastic.
Yeah, he's impressing so far.
See if Ken can get it past all these trees.
Oh, a thumber route. Haven't seen a thumber yet. Uh-oh.
Doesn't like it. And
that's fine.
Must have hit a tree. He's still got a straight shot at the basket, but he was hoping for a birdie, and now he's got a...
We need a Cam tombstone count, I think, Julian. That's like 2 and 4 holes. And then last round as well.
Well, 50% tombstone for sure. Chris going up and over the tree, doing a little bit of trimming at the top there.
Oh, another tombstone.
The ground must have been soft.
Or no, it's close to Halloween. I mean, it's topical. This looks like a Sexton Firebird. Oh, he has a forehand.
He does.
Oh, get there. Okay, this guy's legit.
He is dialed in right now. He is parked for a birdie.
That's such a hard hole, Julian. You know that upshot, how hard it is. I guess if you can get as far as these guys, like look at Clayton's shot here. He's like, I'm just going to jump putt basically and I'll just chuck one in for an eagle. Here, get in.
Whoa!
Probably not as close as it looked, but that was a perfect line.
Inside circle 1 for his birdie chance.
Yeah.
Not quite as close as Derek Jones, but he's still got an inside the circle putt.
I wonder what Cam... So Cam goes to a Prodigy putter for distance and then a Luna for in the circle. That's cool. It's always nice to see what other people think, especially players that are several levels above yourself and myself.
Yeah, all of these guys can throw at least 30 feet further than I can. If
At
not,
least
maybe
30? I don't know.
270 feet.
Because I think they're about 260 farther than myself. I got you by 10 feet, Julian.
Chris jump putting his layup. Yeah, and he's inside the circle now.
Hope he let's focus on that last putt you made. Come on now, Chris. Oh, good catch there.
Well
That's
done.
okay. It's in for par. You know what, Julian? You don't mark on the scorecard. Nah, could have went out on the basket. You mark. That was a 4. So
Yeah,
that's great.
That was certainly low enough to not have any issues once it hit the chain.
Speaking, he looks at the
He
camera.
knows it. And here we go. Let's see what happens with this one.
Just put the brakes on. What a pro. He knows exactly. He's just playing with us at this point, I think.
Yeah, when you've been playing that long,
And that went through too. Did you see that?
he's a bit of a basket whisperer, Clayton Morgan, and Cam Zanini as well. Derek just,
That one went in the way it's supposed to. It looked like to me.
yeah, it doesn't matter at all. He's going to make that putt.
It's like, why are you throwing with your wrong hand? That's what the basket was saying.
And he's also got a Dead Man Discs shirt on.
Wow. Okay, I was gonna say pretty typical play for this hole, but that is not. 2 pars and 2 birds out of 4 players is remarkably done, and we're seeing some excellent disc golf, Julian.
So yeah, there was 3 birdies on that hole this round, and the only other birdie was Oslins, Chris Oslins.
Who?
I'll
stop anytime now.
Executive Vice President, I believe, of ODSA, who puts on this tournament. Yeah, and they've done a really good job putting on a nice event here.
Just having a sip of my beer here. Okay, hole 6, par 3. That green is OB. The sand is hazard, so you take your shot from there, on the one in front here and the one at the back. You're going to want to throw either a putter or a mid, something that goes straight at it, and my play, or a forehand, or lefty backhand, and you're going to crash into that hill and hope to have it tap in, Julian.
Yeah, Clayton Morgan going first here with the birdie in the last 2 holes.
Look at these scores. 3 down for 3 of our players. This is why it's lead card, Julian.
Just throwing it low. That needs to get over the green and stop. And that's the issue with this hole, is that it can end up in the hazard. So he'll be taking his par putt from the sand.
He did that in hole 1 and made his par, so I'm going to go on a limb and say he does it again. Whatever this pink putter is Derek has is working for him.
Derek Jones just understands disc golf.
Yeah, even though he's playing wrong, illegally, I would say maybe.
Well, I know
Have we
that
checked the rules?
they've actually let left-handed players start playing disc golf as of, it might have been this year they started that. So
Because of our friend Adam Hussey. That's right, he complained about it. I remember that. Okay, this is a clinic, you guys. I hope everyone's watching this at home, because this is how you play Foxwood Golf and Country Club.
yeah, get your notepad out, write down what these guys are doing, and as long as you can do that as well, just follow along.
Yeah.
Follow the
Imagine
bouncing
that's
ball.
how easy it was, Julian. You just had to write stuff down and be like, oh, okay, now I play just as good as Clayton Morgan or Cam.
Oh, another throw goes into the hazard here. That's another stroke added for Chris.
They should have set that rake up at the front of the sand trap to knock it from going in. Oh, it looked good the whole way.
It's
That
front of the
basket, I do that sometimes. The basket is a tiny bit higher than your normal basket, and you're a bit lower. Let's see what Clayton does here. All day. Oh my gosh. Did that not catch on the right corner again?
Well, like I said before, when you've been playing for 20 years, you actually he probably has shares in Innova disc catchers at this point.
Right, even though he's a Prodigy player. That makes sense.
For sure it does.
No, I wasn't being sarcastic. That definitely makes sense.
Because a lot of courses have the disc catcher, so you want to make sure that you kind of whisper to them, you rub them the right way, and you make sure that you get those putts to stay in.
Okay, you're still talking disc golf. That's good. Also Chicopee has the disc catchers too. So this is a disc catcher tournament, Julian, from start to finish.
Yeah, so hole 6, we've got 2 birdies, 1 par, and a bogey. These guys, again, just putting on a clinic. We've got 4 down for Cam, 4 down for Derek, 3 down for Clayton Morgan, and Chris is having a rough start with these extra OB strokes with a +6. And I think nerves might be playing a part of this with the cameras on.
It has to be. There's no way it can't be.
Big shout out to Foxwood Golf and Country Club for hosting half of this tournament. They have supported our media team here and let us do the drone footage. They've let us film the course and all around put on disc golf course onto a ball golf course. First one in Ontario to be permanent.
Yep. So, sorry, Julian, we're going to talk about this hole here, the triple Mando hole. It wasn't up there. There was no sign hanging, but there is a triple Mando through that first gap we flew through. You're going to throw something straight and low. I've seen a roller before. That can get you really, if you want to get aggressive and, maybe have an eagle look. Otherwise, just get something through that Mando and then take either a forehand wide on the left side or a lefty backhand, or find a straight lane up the middle and avoid some trees.
All right, Derek Jones is obviously going to be playing on the right-hand side here,
That
being
is
a
a
left-hand
gorgeous
backhand.
hyzer flip.
That is far. That is
Oh my!
the best way that you can play this hole that
landed
I
a
have
skunk
seen.
trap? Oh no, it didn't.
He is into the trees, which means that he doesn't have as many trees in the way. Let's see if Cam Zanini can do the same thing.
That's simple math, Julian. You're correct. Get
And
down. No, hit something.
That's
going
over.
right through.
That's over the sign, so that is OB. He'll be playing from the drop zone between those two trees.
A little bit of anger there from Cam, and rightly so. He's used to shooting that hot round, and sometimes in round 2, got down.
Clayton Morgan hits the sign, stays in bounds. It looks like it bounced down, and he's going to have his second shot from there.
Yeah.
Just making the Mando. And Chris?
Nice and low. That's going to work perfect.
Yeah, he learned from the two guys throwing before
Yeah.
him, just to keep it safe. Get through the Mando. That's all you need to do on this hole.
Yep. That's step 1, is getting through that Mando with whatever you feel comfortable, whether it be high, low, whatever. Hey, cameraman, get out of the way. Cam is throwing.
Run! Run!
Faster. Okay, here we go.
There
set
we
up.
go.
Cam's like, all right, give you time to set up here, because you're going to want to watch this, I think. I'm gonna blow my hand, get it warm, because it's slightly chilly. Here we go.
And he has that far, smooth forehand.
Skip.
Skips it up there. And he's got a putt here for par, which is really tough to do after missing the Mando.
Yeah, I do know that from a personal experience. Clayton's going to throw it. Let's see this line he picks. I'm going to say probably the right side. Okay, that is.
He's going up and over
really
everything.
good at disc golf.
So this is similar to hole 5, his throw, which just went well past anything that's in the way, and it looks like it caught one of the last trees here to fall down. He's still got to look from maybe 80 to 100 feet away, but that's going to be a tough one for sure.
Yeah, and it's downhill, and the disc lands on the ground and will skip past the basket normally, most times because of all those pine needles and stuff. So he'll probably be laying up for a par. I would be if I was 3 down at this point.
Chris needs to repeat his
That
first
is
throw, keep it nice
wonderful.
and low, and he does. And that's got to skip towards the basket.
Yes.
He's got an inside the circle putt
Yeah.
for a birdie.
Way to go, Chris. Great shot, obviously.
And we're just catching up with Derek Jones, who's well up the fairway.
I cannot believe this was his backhand drive. Beautiful shot. And he's going to have a tap-in birdie. Look at this.
Lines up the forehand.
That is smooth as silk.
Derek Jones, 4 feet away to be 5 down through 7. He is just destroying this course.
And still tied with Cam at this point, too. Yeah, that's what I was telling you about, that downhill. Just lay up, take your par. That's what you want to do on this course. Stay in bounds and just get your pars, and if you have an opportunity for birdie, make the shot.
Definitely the smart play.
Yep.
Cam here putting for par. And he's just a little bit short, so he's going to have to tap in that bogey. So Derek Jones is going to be gaining 2 strokes on Cam here.
Wow. And then Chris is Chris for bird. Let's make this. Nighty night.
There
Lights
you
out
go.
putt. Yeah, you run that. I love the way he runs it in. Because those putts, when those go in for you in a high competition level like this, it feels good. And sometimes you just want to run them in.
Yeah, absolutely you do. Clayton taking his drop in par. Derek going to be dropping in his birdie after Cam drops in the bogey.
Yeah, and you saw them exchanging pleasantries back there. I wonder if Derek was trying to get into Cam's head.
I don't know if he, as a lefty, he probably has powers like that.
I agree. I mean, he can already do things most others can't. Here we go. So 2 birdies on that. Chris and Derek, wonderfully played. Julian, is that playing one of the harder holes?
Yeah, it's the 5th hardest hole.
Okay, so that's great. Cam missed the mandatory there. Took us 5. That's what you do if you miss a mando. And then Clayton with the smart par, laid up for his par, and that was it. So this is going to be a must-get, Julian.
Yeah, hole 8. It's a short 205-foot uphill hole. It's typically a righty forehand, lefty backhand kind of line. There is a right-hand backhand line if you keep it nice and low and get around the trees and skip it up close. And you do want to settle down before that cart path back there is OB. So if you were throwing that righty forehand or lefty backhand, you can skip out of bounds.
Yep. Let's see what Derek's got for us here. He's going to have the tee here. This looks nice. And this, I think it was not a Okay, it could have been a fairway, but anyway, he threw it perfectly, and he's going to have about an 18-footer for birdie.
Got slid nice and close up to the basket. Here is Chris, and it looks like he's lining up that backhand route.
Yeah, this takes the... Oh, he's going Anheuser.
Oh,
Well, that is touchy and
that is a
really
tough
well
shot,
executed.
and it needs to sit well done.
Yeah, he's feeling it now. I love seeing players be resilient like this. Put in the past those few tough holes and then get it going from there on out.
And that's
an
more
MPO
common.
player.
That's more common in MPO players
Yeah.
for sure. Clayton Morgan putting it nice and close. It doesn't even look like he's playing disc golf. He's just out throwing frisbees
Yeah,
for
like
fun.
it's like he's tossing to his 6-year-old cat or kid. That would make way more sense, I think.
It depends on how well the cat can catch.
Good call. Julian, did you know Taco Cat backwards is Taco Cat? I learned that this week.
No, I didn't, but that is a fun disc golf fact from Justin Murphy.
Thank you. As Cam is a little bit wide, but let's see if he got that magical step putt going again. Anheuser release.
And that's
Come
a
on.
risky putt. That's a risky putt with the OB behind, so he left it a little bit short, which isn't a bad play. You definitely don't want to put it too high and have the OB behind the basket come into play.
That must have been on his mind. It'd be on mine for sure. This Derek is just making a mockery of this disc golf course right now.
He is 6 down through the first 8 holes.
It's crazy. He's just like, is this the Provincials or is this just a fun day at the park throwing a disc to my 7-year-old dog?
Lots of disc throwing to lots of animals
Julian,
happening on this card.
Chris, another birdie, and he is fighting back strong. I love to see this. He's got 2 in a row now.
Clayton Morgan tapping in his birdie.
Routine all day.
Yeah, well done.
Someone playing since 1976 isn't missing that putt at all, ever.
Yeah, I think he was 1973 is what it said on my stat. No, it
yeah.
was, what did we say,
2002.
2002.
That's
Yeah.
the same thing as Cam taps his par. So 3 birds and a par, you're not going to see much worse than that. Even if you bring that road into play, you're probably going to make your par putt with the OB stroke. So great job from Clayton, Derek, and Chris there on the 3 birds. And then Cam just didn't have enough Anheuser on that putter shot and had a good bid at the bird, but smartly left it a bit short and took his par.
Yeah, it looks like Derek is starting to pull away this round, which means he is catching up on the event. He did start a few strokes back, but here we go, hole 9.
Yeah, hole 9. I like throwing an overstable mid forehand, right hand forehand. Lefty backhand with a putter or overstable mid is going to be perfect. You leave it out wide. This water will come into play if you absolutely juice one, but you should be more worried about the schnarb. And if you're really feeling nasty, you can throw a backhand over top of the schnarb and try and land it there by that tree, Julian.
Derek Jones doesn't have to worry about that with his
That is
left-handed
a
throws.
bit high.
That'll come down, I think.
In the basket. Sit.
It was a bit high for going in the
Jeez.
water, and it was just the right height to get it nice and close
No kidding.
inside circle 1.
He knew what he was doing. I should never have questioned it. Big shout out to Mike Uhas there, My Fitness Repair Services. Legendary man, always with his Bluetooth. I love it.
Hashtag himself. And here goes Chris Churly-McCormick with the
That's
backhand
an ace
route.
run. Nice shot.
And that settles down nicely. That's a perfect backhand shot.
Yeah, he's getting hot. He's feeling it now. He's completely answering for the few miffs on the first 3 holes, and that's a wonderful shot and the harder option on this hole.
Yeah, Clayton Morgan is lining up the cat throw.
Oh, is it a taco cat? Backwards. I was actually said it backwards that time. And sorry, Julian. And great shot from Clayton there. Did you notice there's a lot of Claytons from St. Thomas?
There's at least 1 or 2 that I've seen for sure.
And they all play disc golf, which is cool. Just a fun fact as Cam lines up his forehand here.
Yeah, that's
Really
smooth as butter. Well done.
Oh,
Sit down.
no!
Oh, no!
Oh, come on. Is there a line painted there or something? Because it looks on the... It must be.
Oh, that looks good.
Our graphics team. We'll take it up with the graphics team.
Yeah, that's a tough skip and roll out. That looked to be safe, but it didn't settle down in time. Clayton Morgan
Cow.
puts it in the basket,
Ice veins.
jogs it down.
He kind of ran it. He's like, you know what? I've been playing for so long. I don't need to run you guys. You saw that putt.
Cam Zanini takes his meter away from OB. A little
Time.
upset that it ended up out of bounds there.
It really shouldn't have. I thought it was a great shot. Way to go, Cam.
Yeah.
So that's good. Make your
Makes the
par.
par. Yeah, he
Not
can tell
happy about it.
He's upset with that OB for sure.
Yeah, as
That
long
drive
as
was
you
good.
can't let it get rattled. We saw, I think it was to Jason in the first round. He had a few few putting errors on this hole, and that'll happen. You can't let it get in your head.
Yeah, Chris throwing it right into the basket.
Yeah, he is
Taking
that's
that
a
birdie. That's
big
a turkey.
turkey. Yep.
Big turkey.
Gobble gobble.
Derek Jones taking his meter, checking to make sure he's not any closer. Puts in the birdie. And
Trips
Derek Jones,
trips on his disc too.
he is 7 down through our front 9 here.
Is that good, or like is that even? Like
I mean, I've shot 7 down over 4 separate rounds.
No, you didn't. Don't lie.
Maybe plus 7.
Oh,
but
yeah.
7 down through a front 9 is an absolutely ludicrous score.
Insane. And you know what? Clayton's still in the lead by 1, but Derek Jones is feeling it and absolutely coming up the rear right now. And Cam as well, 1 stroke behind Clayton. And Chris has put it together and has fought back.
Yeah, so big thank you to the Paris Disc Golf Club. They are giving lots of good information to the True North Disc Golf production team. Lots of good tips on how to play disc golf, discs to choose, and good advice for filming in general. But have a look at our scores after 9 holes here. 3 down from Ken Zanini, 5 down from Clayton Morgan there, 7 down from Derek Jones.
That's obnoxious.
And Chris finishing the round off with 3 birdies in a row. So again, big thank you to the Foxwood Golf Country Club, Innova Disc Golf, the Paris Disc Golf Club, and thank you to all the players, staff, and especially you guys, the fans. We appreciate you. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow along for our next video. We're going to have the back 9 coming up right after this.
Yeah. And you guys want to stay tuned to watch Mr. Jones and see what keeps going here.
Yeah.
He's 7 down. Ian Cam's 5 down, or was it Clayton was 5 down?
It was
Someone
Clayton that
was
was
5
5 down. Clayton was 5 down. Derek with the 7 down, though. He's going to continue that, I think, into the back 9.
I don't think so. Not that I've seen the scores or anything, but let's see and come right back, folks, and watch this.